Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 25th. This week, you start off with the King of Spades. King of Spades is all about being resourceful. Taurus has had this message, I think, for like a few weeks now about being resourceful, looking at your resources. Maybe you're trying to get some sort of project started, or you're trying to do something, or you're trying to like start a relationship, or whatever. But this is you really trying to figure out how you can get there, how you can do those things, looking at your resources, looking at your money, being like, do I have enough, do I not have enough, or figuring out how you can make it enough, and kind of like figuring all those things out. So it's a very good card. It's also a great card for leadership and all the things that like kings represent. So it's a great week to be a leader, even in business matters and things. It's a very good card. It's also a great card for justice, and you have the Jack of Spades coming up as well. So you could be experiencing a lot of justice this week, a lot of things returning to you. I would say especially if you've been wronged in the past. Like if you've had some sort of situation where you really kind of got the wrong end of the deal there, you could see some returns, especially because you have the Eight of Hearts at the end, which can represent like a karmic return, better karma returning to you in happier times. You have the Death card coming up next as well. And this just represents like a transformation, transforming, leaving stuff behind, separating from old things that you don't need anymore. I like the Death card. I think it's a good card. Like I said, it's kind of a card of like just a new, refreshing energy, and kind of like new beginnings coming your way. So that's really nice. Next, you have the Jack of Spades. Again, very similar to the King of Spades, being very resourceful, all about justice, receiving justice, but also charging forward. Isn't that interesting? The King of Spades is just sitting there thinking about his resources, but the Jack of Spades has kind of thought about his resources, and now he's ready to go. He's charging forward. So a lot of you could be seeing some action behind this, like thinking resourceful thing going on this week. You could be like actually taking action on whatever it is that you're thinking about doing and beginning it. This card is also maybe about, like, I think you had this last week as well, the Jack of Spades, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the week before that. And it's kind of all about being tricky, but not in a negative way. More like being like witty and keeping your wits about you and keeping your eyes open for like little tricks that you could use at this time to get to where you need to go. Next, you have the Seven of Clubs. And Seven of Clubs is all about, being successful. It is a card of success, but it does kind of say that you may be forgetting something. So usually with the Seven of Clubs, you'll be working really hard, but you'll be maybe lacking in health. So this card just wants you to balance those things out. And just looking at the other cards you have here as well, the Seven of Clubs can represent sometimes feeling trapped. Like it can make you feel trapped in a relationship, trapped at a job. Maybe you work in a cubicle and you feel trapped in the cubicle. You're done working in a cubicle, and that's what this card is about. It's like you feeling trapped and being like, how do I break out of this? How do I get out of this? It can be you maybe feeling stuck in a relationship. Maybe you feel like you don't have the resources to get out of that relationship. Maybe you feel trapped because you're not working or something along those lines. And this is you needing to make the decision to step up. Sevens are internal fears that don't exist. So, maybe a lot of these fears you have are just internal and you really don't need to worry about these things anymore. And next you have the Eight of Hearts, which is a really great card. All about, like I said, karma returning to you. Also a very social card, so a lot of you could be very social at this time. If I'm not mistaken, I think this came up for you recently as well. So definitely a very social time for you, Taurus. Thinking about socializing, going to social events, spending more time with different people, new friends, all sorts of things like that. This is also, like I said, it can be like a gift from the universe, so it can be like karma returning to you, good things coming back to you that you haven't seen in a long period of time. So really like to see that. But it looks like a good week. I would definitely say use your mind, use your wits more than anything this week. Probably even actually maybe ignore your intuition. I think it's more of a week for you to be more grounded in just using raw intelligence than anything else. So thank you for watching and enjoy the week.